Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Randall's Comics and Hope everyone's having a wonderful week so far. Enjoying some of the Sweet 16. How's your bracket going? Mine was blown up the first night. Anyway, the same thing happens every year. Like I said, tonight, as I was gazing through my comic collection, I was thinking to myself, which selection shall I use tonight? And I said, tonight, maybe a cautionary tale. And on that note, I chose Ghost Rider, the John Blaze Ghost Rider. So let's give a quick little history on the Ghost Rider, shall we? Glasses off. Following the Western Comics character who originally used the name, the first superhero Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, debuted in Marvel Spotlight number 5, August 1972. Created by writer Gary Friedrich, Marvel Comics editor-in-chief Roy Thomas, and artist Mike Ploog, with the name Johnny Blaze coming from Stan Lee, Stan the Man. After a 7-issue tryout run in Marvel Spotlight, the character starred in a self-titled Ghost Rider series in 1973 with penciler Jim Mooney handling most of the first 9 issues. Several different creative teams mixed and matched until penciler Don Perlin began a long stint with issue 26, eventually joined by writer Michael Fleischer through issue number 58. And like I said, John Blaze, he entered a pact with the devil to save the life of his father. And like I said, those old pacts with the devil, they kind of have a way of blowing up in your face. And of course, the devil tricked him. And, you know, that darn devil. And like I said, after he made his pact with after his Mephisto, um, he gained the powers of the original Ghost Rider. And like I said, cautionary tale. There's so many. There's that supposed an old blues legend. What do you call him? Muddy Waters, or I think his last name is Johnson. Supposedly the guy can play a lick of soul music, R&B music, but apparently they said he made a deal with the devil and became one of the greatest blues legends there is. Of course, Charlie Daniels band. Devil went down to Georgia. But anyway, let's take a quick look at the issues of Ghost Rider I have, shall we? Stick around. Alrighty, and the first issue of Ghost Rider I have here is Ghost Rider issue number 32, featuring the soul-searching origin of the bounty hunter. Take a quick look inside, shall we? From that original Ghost Rider art. Very nice. The concept of the Ghost Rider is just so, the flaming skull, the flaming motorcycle, the Hellfire. All those concepts, man. This thing is full of ads. Good lord, look at some of these ads in here. It's like, I think from here. All right, here's some of the artwork. Here's some more artwork. But from here, all right, here's where that's this is where the ad starts. Like, look at this. All this is like ads and like, oh, this Bolton. Actually, this is got Iron Man in there. I think you only got 5 or 6 good pages of a Ghost Rider art in there. And talk about nothing but commercials. Yes, got to pay the bills. And of course, we got this original Ghost Rider Rides Again. And basically, like I say, Johnny Blaze goes into a church and he just, confesses his soul and then just tells his origin story over again. And turns out the preacher, he's confessing, no, not a preacher. Uh, the priest he's confessing his sins to, uh, Ghost Rider's looking for him. So yeah, and Ghost Rider always gets his man. So anyway, these are pretty much the only two stories or issues. I have the original, not the original Ghost Rider, of the John Blaze Ghost Rider. Of course, I have the plenty of issues of the Danny Keach Ghost Rider. And like I said, I'll be bringing that series probably sometime later in the summer. But I want to get the ball rolling with this original Ghost Rider and John Blaze. So anyway, you guys stick around for. We can talk about what do you think about those deals with the devil? Stick around with this episode of you know. Anyway, thank you for joining for tonight's episode of Randall's Comics. And if you like what I brought you, please smash that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And like I said, deals with the devil. If you don't know, now you know. Don't do them. I mean, the devil always gets his due. I mean, trickery, lies. I mean, he's worse than used car salesmen, politicians, and snake oil salesmen. So any deals with the devil, the devil's gonna come out on the winning side of that deal. So anyway, like I said, thank you for joining me for tonight's episode of Randall's Comics, and you guys stay safe, and I'll see you next week.